My goal in accepting the position of junior high youth leader was to provide a cohesiveness from the congregation to the youth, because I feel like it's very important for youth, junior and senior highs, to get input from other adults besides their own family. I feel like it's important to help teach ethical positions and to give real life situations and the Christian way to handle those situations. And so sometimes we have lessons that are based on certain ethical positions, and they turn into something completely different because our children are allowed to put their own personality into it and situations that they have. We have checkups where we talk about what they've actually done that week, and that leads us into some places sometimes that we didn't plan.
Well, it's kind of threefold. One, I like to have an environment that people feel comfortable in. They can say what they want to and not be threatened by anyone else in the class. The other thing is that I want to make sure that I have prepared properly and that I teach the topic and lead the discussion. And then the third thing is that I always want to remember that I don't have all the answers and that that's all right. And also that there's always more than one right answer.
One of my goals as being the junior and senior high Sunday school and youth leader is to ensure that Sunday school is not a place where we just simply talk and participate. I want everyone to be an active participant in our Sunday school class. One of the ways that I help to do that is I make sure that everyone sits in a circle, and then we also make sure that everyone speaks. What that does is multifold. It helps the kids, number one, get to know each other in this circle of faith that we have, but it also helps them to get to know a little bit more and also in the care and concern, because I think it's important that in order for us to care about the people that are with us in our Sunday school class, we have to know a little bit more about them.
I have been extremely pleased with the types of goals that are set by our church. We have ongoing checkups of goals that we've set. We once a year do get together and in committees plan on what we would like for the new year. And each individual committee meets on a regular basis, and then the entire everyone meets at different times. But every Sunday morning we're checking up on how this is going or how that's going, and the goals of the church are every day. We institute them on a daily basis. I came into this community of faith and was kind of struggling as to where I could fit in. I wanted to be a part of it. And because it was so easy to see what the goals of this church were, I could find a place that I could be instrumental in helping.
Our denomination for the past 10 years has looked at discernment, and it has asked its congregations to be intentional about working with the congregation and their faith community and try to understand where God is leading them. Our congregation used those materials, and through that we were able to reach most of the adults and children in our church. And out of that process, we have a vision of ministry, and we also had 4 priority goals. Now, one of those goals actually pointed toward our Christian discipleship ministry. And from that goal, we try to establish annual goals for ourselves and a budget. And then from those goals, we have programs and events and activities planned for the entire congregation.
First Cumberland Presbyterian Church in Olive Branch does a really good job of including their ministry teams in the setting of goals for our church. I think that that's great because we tend to get a lot of people involved in our various ministry teams, and those people help to bring new ideas into the group and help us to decide so that we don't leave out certain viewpoints. Sometimes, though, I feel like that we don't have a really strong central guidance. So I think we could probably improve by getting our session more involved in the ministry team meetings and more involved in the activities that they're doing to direct them so that we're all going in the same general direction instead of all taking off in many and varied paths.
The biggest thing that this church provides to the community of faith is a safe environment to just be who they are. And when you come into this church, you know from the very first meeting here that you are loved. It's with the way that you're treated within the congregation. It is the way that the pastor treats you from the very day one. It's the way that anybody within the congregation passes the peace of Christ to you. You just know you have found a place that you can be there, warts and all. And I think that's so extremely important right now because we don't have so many communities of faith are judgmental and are practicing or preaching what you can and cannot do. And our community of faith just loves us and teaches us how to be a good Christian. And I think that takes away all the judgment.
I think one of the things is that we take seriously the concept of the covenant community. And we see it as a community, as a totally integrated community. And that means that the children have to have activities with the adults. That's where they learn a lot. The adults need the children, and they learn a lot.
Oh, our congregation at First Cumberland Presbyterian Church was really good about making new visitors feel like a part of God's family. We will always try to find a place in our ministry where these people can fit with common areas of interest and goals, and then be able to share them among those groups, invite them to many of the activities so that those people feel like they're a part of God's family, just like each member of our congregation as well.